A love lost and found, a story of redemption and empathy ***. If you've ever misjudged someone or missed the signs of their silent struggles, this story will resonate deep in your soul. It's a tale of love, loss, and the painful lessons that come from acting too quickly on assumptions. Buckle up, because this is a journey that will make you rethink workplace relationships and the hidden battles people fight every day. My name is Michael, and as the CEO of a tech company I built from the ground up, I thought I had it all, until I realized I'd lost the one thing that truly mattered. At 35, I was the picture of success, a thriving company, a corner office, and the respect of my peers. But beneath the polished exterior, I was lonely, my heart walled off by years of ambition. That all changed the day Jasmine walked into my office for her interview. She wasn't just beautiful, she radiated a presence that stopped time. Her eyes sparkled with intelligence, her voice carried quiet confidence, and there was a warmth about her that made you feel seen. With an MBA from Harvard and a resume that left me speechless, she spoke about her vision for our marketing department with such passion that I hired her on the spot. It felt like the best decision of my life. Those early months were electric. Jasmine was a force of nature, transforming our marketing department with ideas that made our revenue soar by 40% in her first quarter. She was always the last to leave, her desk light glowing late into the night. I'd find excuses to linger near her, bringing her coffee just to hear her laugh, a sound that could light up the darkest corners of my world. I tried to keep things professional, but the pull between us was undeniable. One evening, I saw her at a coffee shop across the street, her face illuminated by her laptop, exhaustion etched into her features. I couldn't walk away. "Mind if I join you?" I asked, my heart pounding as I crossed a line I'd sworn to avoid. Her tired eyes lit up, and that smile, God, that smile, could have powered the city. We talked for 3 hours, not about work, but about life. She told me about growing up in Detroit, raised by her fierce grandmother after her father left. I confessed my loneliness, how I'd built walls so high I'd forgotten how to let anyone in. When her hand brushed mine, I felt a spark that told me I was already falling. Our first date was at a small Italian restaurant, the kind with flickering candles and warm, intimate corners. Watching her savor tiramisu, her eyes fluttering closed with a soft hum of delight, I felt my heart skip. We talked until the staff started stacking chairs, and under a streetlight outside, our first kiss stole my breath, soft at first, then deepening as she melted into me. The world faded away, leaving just us, wrapped in a moment that felt like forever. We kept our growing relationship quiet, stealing glances across conference tables and secret kisses in my office after hours. 3 months in, I planned a weekend in Napa Valley, nervous but desperate to show her how serious I was. When she said yes, packing the sundress I loved, I knew she felt it too. That weekend was a dream, vineyard walks, long dinners, her hand in mine as we watched the sunset. On a moonlit balcony, her hair glowing silver, she shared her dream of starting a company that helped people. "You're already helping me remember what matters," I whispered, pulling her close. That night, with the breeze carrying our whispered promises, I knew I was irrevocably in love. Back at work, we were unstoppable. Jasmine's brilliance shone, and our stolen moments, lunch dates, flowers on her desk with no card, made every day brighter. Meeting her family sealed it. Her mother's warm hug, her grandmother's sharp wit, and the laughter around their dinner table made me feel like I belonged for the first time since I was a kid. I was ready to ask her to move in, maybe even start thinking about a ring. At 6 months, I was dreaming of a future with her, marriage, kids, growing old together, but then, everything changed. It started subtly. Jasmine, always punctual, began arriving late to meetings. Her sharp focus dulled, she'd check her phone mid-presentation, her mind clearly elsewhere. She started leaving early, canceling our dinners, brushing off my concern with a tired, "I'm fine." The woman who'd lit up every room seemed to shrink, her spark fading. I noticed the whispers among employees, the raised eyebrows when she missed deadlines. Our anniversary dinner, 6 months from that first magical date, was cancelled with a vague text about working late. When I stopped by the office to surprise her, she was gone. The breaking point came during a critical investor presentation. Jasmine was supposed to unveil the marketing strategy for our biggest product launch yet. She didn't show. No call, no explanation. Her absence cost us a $2 million deal, and the board's questions turned sharp. "What's going on with her?" my partner demanded. "She's becoming a liability." I defended her, made excuses, but inside, I was unraveling. The woman I loved felt like a stranger, and the hurt of her distance cut deeper than I could admit. That I tried talking to her, asking if she needed time off or support, but she shut me out. "Not everything is about us, Michael," she snapped when I suggested counseling. The board's pressure mounted, and when her mistakes piled up, I made the hardest call of my life. In a cold, clinical meeting, with HR and security waiting, I fired her. She sat there, defeated, her eyes holding a flicker of the Jasmine I loved. "I understand," she whispered, and then she was gone, escorted out like a stranger. My heart shattered, but I told myself I'd done what a CEO had to do. The aftermath was brutal. The company faltered without her, her replacement couldn't fill her shoes. I was a wreck, haunted by her absence, driving by her apartment, unable to call. 3 months later, buried under reports, I found an envelope in her handwriting. My hands trembled as I opened it, and her words tore my world apart. "Michael," she wrote, "by the time you read this, I'll be gone. My mother was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer 4 months ago." My breath caught, tears blurring the page. "The treatments are expensive, and insurance doesn't cover enough. I've been working a second job cleaning offices at night. That's why I've been leaving early, why I've seemed distracted. I couldn't tell you because I didn't want you to choose between your company and me." Every word was a knife. Every late arrival, every missed dinner, she'd been fighting for her mother's life, alone. She wrote about sitting in the ER the night of our anniversary, terrified, wanting to call me but protecting my focus for the investor meeting. "I love you, Michael," she continued. "These months with you were the happiest of my life, even with everything falling apart. But I can't be the reason your company fails. I'm resigning to protect you and what you've built." I was sobbing, my arrogance and blindness laid bare. She hadn't abandoned me, she'd sacrificed everything to shield me. I drove to her apartment, but she'd moved out. Her phone was disconnected. Desperate, I went to her mother's house. Her grandmother's glare could have burned through steel. "You've got nerve," she said, but she told me Jasmine was at the hospital, room 314. Standing outside that room, my heart pounded. Through the window, I saw Jasmine, exhausted but tender, holding her mother's hand. I knocked, and her shocked eyes met mine. "Michael, what?" I held up the letter, my voice breaking. "I read this today. I'm the biggest idiot alive." Her mother, frail but sharp, smiled. "The one you're in love with?" Jasmine blushed, and I poured out my apologies, my regrets, my love. "I should have asked, should have seen you were struggling. I failed you as a partner and a boss." Tears streamed down her face as she admitted she'd hidden it to protect me. In the hospital cafeteria, over bitter coffee, I begged her to come back, to the company, to my life. "I want to help with your mom's treatment," I said. "I want to be the man you deserve." She was quiet, stirring her coffee, then looked at me with eyes that held forgiveness and hope. "Okay," she said softly, and my heart soared. 6 months later, we planned our wedding, her mother, now in remission, beaming as she helped with every detail. Back at the company, Jasmine's brilliance returned, and we built new policies to support employees in crisis, turning our pain into purpose. Our wedding was intimate, perfect. Jasmine glowed in a simple dress, and when her mother walked her down the aisle, I couldn't hold back tears. In my vows, I promised to always ask, to always listen, to be her true partner. Firing her was the worst mistake of my life, but it taught me that love means showing up in the hard moments, choosing empathy over assumptions. Today, we run the company together, her mother a frequent visitor with lunch and love. Jasmine's story reminds us that everyone carries unseen burdens. Before you judge, ask. Before you act, listen. If this moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Love and empathy can redeem even our greatest mistakes. What would you have done? Let me know below.